I thought yes.
Oh no. Just a little preview. That's all I'm saying. That's where the reconstruction happening, man. You know.
Okay.
Come on, dog. You see
Shout out
us,
to Kellen
dog?
Moore.
Nah, dog. We ain't doing that, dog.
So look, we are streaming this on 3 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Subscribe and follow on all 3 platforms. Well, sorry, all of our social media platforms. You can follow us at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on X at R2L Sports. And share this video with somebody so they can come on and watch live with you, because you could be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments you will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Carlo for being the first comment here. We here. Somebody put that there for me. Okay, there we go. We here. Shout out to Carlo, always here. So shout out to all you on the comment section so far. We got Daniel, we got Ricky, and Bobby, everybody there, right? And so last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
He said great win, but this week we got okay. This week we're gonna wait till you finish that one, because a lot of people had this quarterback in their top 10, and they had him above some elite quarterbacks as well. And it was kind of funny because it was like, has he won in the playoffs? Because that's where your rankings really get, where you get ranked as far as ESPN and where R2L gives it to you. They're like, what have you done in the playoffs? What is your playoff performances? And Jim Harbaugh took a team to the Super Bowl. Jim Harbaugh with the khaki say, who's got it better than us? Nobody. And Justin Herbert must have thought, who's got the ball better than the Chargers? The Texans, because he gave it up 4 times as they lose 32-12 on this wild card weekend. And of course, we got to get straight to it. It was bolted out. Dave, what happened, man?
The better team won. Plain and simple. Better team won. Justin Herbert shrunk. He did not look like he was ready for the moment. He is a quarterback who has a lot of talent. Like you say, he's been put in the top 10 a lot. He's been put above Lamar Jackson a few times, and Lamar Jackson is a unanimous MVP and a 2-time MVP. So let's just stop that comparison. Period. I don't want to hear Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson in the same sentence again, unless they're playing against each other. Justin Herbert, although he does not have the weapons that he used to have, I was the one that was saying that those weapons have stepped up. Larry McConkey actually had a great game in that playoff game. Quentin Johnston, I mean, we know what he was last year. He's not a lot better, but he did improve some this year, and he just went back to what he was last year. And then the run game was pretty much non-existent. That's not a Jim Harbaugh offense. If you really look at how he's played, if you look at how he's coached, no matter where he's gone, most of the time, those running backs are running the ball a lot. When he was with Stanford, we had Christian McCaffrey. They ran the ball a lot. When he was at Michigan with Blake Corum, they ran the ball a lot, and they won a championship this past season. That's why he got the job with the Chargers. When he was with San Francisco, he ran the ball a lot with Frank Gore and all those other running backs that we had during that time. But that's not what we saw in that playoff game. J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards were almost non-existent in that game. They barely ran the ball. They threw the ball more than they needed to, and that's not a form of success. That's not a recipe for success. That's a recipe for failure. You're not going to win those games if you're not doing that. And then the thing is, the defense was actually making plays, but the offense just kept getting off the field. There was nothing you could do. And then next thing you know, C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins caught fire. They caught fire, and then there was nothing else you could do. C.J. Stroud started making plays. I think it was a key third down run that he made in that at the end of the first half to put them in range to get another score. And he just made plays. C.J. Stroud showed up to where we didn't think he would, because we saw how he was playing up until this game. But remember, last year in his very first playoff game, he played very well in a game where no one thought that they would win against the Browns, and they pretty much blew the Browns out. And if you look at it, his third playoff game, because we know he lost the second game against the Ravens in a blowout fashion, but in his second game at home, they blow out the Chargers when the Chargers were the favorite. And I'm pretty sure the Texans felt disrespected about that. They was like, wait, hold up. We won our division, so we should be the favorite because we're at home. And, home teams normally get, 3-6 points for home field. I think it's 3 points, right? To get three points for home field. And they were a -3. They were -3 underdogs. And they was like, okay, well, we'll see. and they blew them out. They blew them out. It was not much that the Chargers could really do. And there were times where the Chargers could have been up 14-0. Instead, they were only up 6-0. It was nothing that they could do. The Will Anderson had a day in that game. Danielle Hunter, it's just the pressure kept getting to Justin Herbert, so it was nothing he could really do. The corners, Derek Stingley was playing really good in that game. No matter what happened in that game, the Texans just took over. They took over, and it was Joe Mixon didn't even have like a great game, but he made plays when it needed to happen. Then he just, like I said, CJ Stroud was just getting everybody involved in that game. And like I said, his only like top receiver that he has was available. He did not have Tank Dell. He did not have Stephon Diggs, and he still had a good game. So shout out to CJ Stroud and the Texans. Shout out to my guy DeMeco Ryans for having his second playoff win as a head coach. And Jim Harbaugh, he's still my guy, but that needs to change. You can't go into a game and mess up your identity, because Justin Herbert said that he liked the fact that y'all ran the ball more, and that was natural identity that on that game.
Yeah.
Now look, I'm not going. So I think the final numbers, it looked like they threw the ball more because they were playing from behind, so they had to kind of throw the ball. But early on again, they were running the ball. They just couldn't get nothing from it. But you got Justin Herbert, like they said. You put him above all these guys. John Harbaugh, Jim, which one? Jim, right? Jim Harbaugh, your guy, Dave. I'll take Jason Herbert over anybody. Justin Herbert, he's hyping this dude up, which I know why he does it, because that's his quarterback. But he didn't live up to the hype at all. Now look, if this game shows us the reason why, Tomo and Dave, why we value the playoffs more than the regular season. When we rank these quarterbacks. If we would have ranked these quarterbacks prior to this game, we all would have had Justin Herbert over CJ Stroud right now. How he played in the regular season.
Facts.
But the difference in this game, Dave mentioned a few freedom plays. The difference in this game, CJ Stroud made a couple of plays and Justin Herbert didn't. That was the key. Time one day, game was over in the first half. First half, it was over. Let me tell you, count the ways. 4 plays that changed the whole game. First play, all right? This is not the first play, but this happened before the first play I'm about to talk about. CJ Stroud throws an interception. And we like, CJ, what you doing? We couldn't even recognize CJ. And what did Justin Herbert do right after that? He rolls to the right, throws across the field in double coverage, and throws an interception. When he don't do that, that's not what he does. He takes care of the ball. That's what he does. He just, all the momentum the defense just took from the Texans, he just gave it right back to the Texans after that. That's play number 1. The second play is 3rd and 16. Dave mentioned this. No, they ain't mentioned this part. He mentioned the other one. 3rd and 16. Before they score their first touchdown, it's 3rd and 16, deep in their own territory. Remind you, the previous 3 plays before that, he almost got a safety, but they didn't call attention to grounding. And what's he do? Fumble the snap, picks it up, rolls to the right, throws it. I think it was Nico Collins. He threw it to. I think it was Nico Collins. Throws it downfield, and Nico Collins, I think it was Nico Collins, made a great play, and he was wide open. And that play just sparked the Texans. They ended up scoring a touchdown that drive and everything. That's the second play. Oh, we got a super chat.
I'm bad y'all both looked away. Shout out to Teddy, man. It's my guy, Mr. Baby BWT. Red Sox suck. Member for 16 months. It's all right, Teddy. Can't wait till we play on this year.
Both of y'all lost at the end of the day. I'm sorry, Teddy, but you didn't win, bro. I'm sorry. You got Soto and lost. I'm sorry.
Commanders got everybody acting different.
No, bro.
It was like both of y'all lost. I don't even know why you said it. Commanders got acting different.
I mean, it's like the Eagles saying the Commanders suck. Y'all had Red Sox didn't have expectations to win the whole thing. Y'all did, and y'all failed. Red Sox actually overachieved, if you ask me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Sorry, Teddy, you my dog still. That was the second play. All right. And then the third play. Justin Herbert. He misses your what's the receiver name, Dave? It's from Chargers. What? Come on, help me out.
McConkey.
McConkey, right?
Yeah.
He missed him. He beat double coverage before the half, and he overthrows him. That could have been a touchdown. He missed him. And then what happened? 3 and out. CJ gets the ball, and then he runs, like you said, for a first down, deep into the field goal range. They get a field goal before the half. Score is 10-6. Game over for real after that. Game over. CJ made plays. Justin Herbert didn't. So at the end of the day, man, Justin Herbert needs to be graded very hard this game. I even said on the show, last show, that I'm going to grade Justin Herbert more than CJ. CJ is he's still second year. Justin Herbert been here for a while. You already lost Trevor Lawrence. He was terrible. He was terrible. But shout out to the Texans, man, because they do have the better team overall, but they just were playing bad leading up to the playoffs. That's why we lean towards more to the Chargers. But they showed up and showed out. So shout out to D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah, because I definitely if you watched the Friday episode, I said this game was going to be a blowout because a lot of people had a lot of close scores. I said this game going to be a blowout, but I also thought the Chargers was going to be the team that blew the Texans out because of how they displayed in the regular season. So again, a lot of people always talk about teams and can they flip a switch. It looks like the Texans found a way to flip a switch, even though some people would say if Justin Herbert doesn't throw 4 interceptions, do the Texans look as good? Because 4 interceptions mean more opportunities and more chances with the football. I mean, more possessions. So you keep giving the team other possessions, something like this could happen. Trust me, I know. I've seen a quarterback do it a few times. But that being said, the Texans found a way to make plays out of those turnovers. And a lot of people going to kill Justin Herbert. But technically, I think Justin Herbert is who he really is. A lot of people just put him on his pedestal and made him something that he really wasn't, that he really isn't. He's a good quarterback in a decent system. I think if what Dave was saying, if they would have ran the ball a little bit more, found a way to get the running game going, then he probably would have been way more effective. He started pressing after a while. You got to press when your team is losing, and now you're throwing interceptions. So again, you see the hat. You all know where the jokes is going with that one. But for me, I think the Texans they really need to step it up with this next team they playing now because they had a bye week. Patrick Mahomes had already changed his icon. So was this an anomaly, or are we going to see them do what they did last year? Beat a team in the wild card and then lose in the second round to a better opponent.
Yeah, I think we're going to see what we saw last year. Blow somebody out in the wild card round and then lose against the better team in the second round. That's what I expect. I'll be excited if they actually beat the Chiefs. But I don't see it happening.
Well, I mean, they can get packed up like another team did when they went to the link.